Hi, I went on a 50-ish minute run to get some milkshakes, and they were very tasty. Welcome to the Sunday stream. Hopefully you've been having a good day. Also, hello again, YouTube. I am indeed remembering to record this for you, because I did actually upload the VOD from last time. Granted, I uploaded it today instead of yesterday, because I kind of forgot all throughout yesterday. And yeah, anyways, hello, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you've been having a good weekend, and I have definitely been having a time. Now, quick little brief thing that I forgot to mention on Friday. That day started with me getting scratched by both my cat and my dog. The cat because I was like holding her, and then she responded by, and then when I was going to lie down with her, she then proceeded to hop off me, and then kind of dug her claws directly into my chest, and they are very much still visible. And then while hugging my mom, the dog ended up jumping on me, so it kind of like grazing my side. So that wasn't fun. But yeah, after her all, but yeah, that was just the stuff. Actually, no, something else I forgot was that also on Friday while going for a walk, there was like another dog in our neighborhood who, when she's out, is constantly barking at us when we're passing by. And we actually decided to go say hello to her because her owner was out and he was cool with it. So yeah, finally got to meet them. Apparently she doesn't know when to stop, when the other dogs had enough playing, and Walter has never had enough. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's basically stuff I missed from Friday. As for yesterday, which is Saturday, I had a not too fun time at work, purely because I have been exhausted for the past a long time. Mostly because my sleep schedule is not great. As in going to bed at 3:30 in the morning. And sorry, my brother's cat, who's on my bed, is currently watching my cat eat her food right now. So yeah, needless to say, I very much wanted to sleep in this morning. And my cat decided that she needed to get my attention, and then had the zoomies, and then proceeded to not quite yell at me because her throat is very clearly like kind of but she was trying to get my attention for what felt like an hour. And then when she finally forced my hand by vomiting, I checked the time, 8:18, and I went to bed at 2:30. Actually, no, 2:45. So yeah, needless to say, after I cleaned up the vomit and actually fed her, I went back to sleep. And then after that, aside from that, had a pretty decent time today. Went for a walk, finished up Season 3 of Vox Machina, not necessarily in that order. Got some milkshakes because St. Patrick's Day is either tomorrow or next week. Or is it tomorrow? I think it might be tomorrow. Or is it today? Tomorrow or today? I don't know. Point is, went to go get a couple of those because, yeah. And also my dad, who has a massive collection of Godzilla figures downstairs, got some shelves in there for them. So, yeah. That's a lot of stuff that happened. And looking for my cat. I guess she went back under the bed because now my brother's cat's staring at me. Nope, now she's looking away. Anyways, I do believe I have yapped on long enough, so the stream starts here. Last time on Zenless Zone 0, we were dealing with a guy who looks like a vampire and is also Dio and also Megatron, and has a history with Lycon. And now we need to go talk. And he also stole something that could potentially cause a lot of damage. So now we need to go talk to Ju-Yuan about actually, so wise. Well, let's discuss how we're going to investigate the Exaltists. Let's start by investigating Bringer. Yeah, I agree. The Commissioner's hasty The Commissioner's hasty closure of the case is a bit suspicious. We should definitely find Ju Yuan and get more information first. And I'll go investigate at PubSec. I'll leave it to you then. Come back soon. I'll gather some information on Internet. Alright, and this is where we ended off last time. And in the interim, I have not done anything outside of just do the dailies because I need to get as much polychrome as I can squeeze out of this game. Anyway. Enter immersive storytelling, and now to PubSec. Now loading. Alright, so... there she is.
We'll have to work overtime to finish this mission report.
Do you not... How often do you work overtime, Ju Yuan? Huh.
You're here.
Hello. Hello, favorite cop. Oh, it's you. What can I do for you? Oh, I wanted to ask about Bringer. You saw the news, I'm sure. The Commissioner closed the case citing personal misconduct. I already found it strange and wanted to investigate further, but there's been a lot of obstacles. It's as if there's a hidden force that doesn't want me to get involved in this matter any further. Well, he was your mentor, so that would probably... You know... There is probably reason for that. Sounds suspicious. Yes, but it could also be my sensitive position. As far as I know, after the case was closed, the items left behind by Inspector Bringer were all sent to Hollow Special Operations for processing. However, those items have already been screened with the Bureau, and there's nothing suspicious about them. If you're still worried, you can go there or later and ask. Also, my colleagues at PubSec, most of us have worked with Inspector Bringer to some extent, so they might know something. I would love to investigate with you, but I've been busy lately. There's an organ trafficking case recently, and some other missing person cases as well. I'm sorry, since when has that been a thing? I mean, I guess... Okay, it is one... This is the one city on the planet right now, so... Yeah, if there's gonna be any organ trafficking cases, probably gonna be here. Freya, that's still not your food. No worries, I'll investigate on my own first. Alright, just let me know if I have any questions. Alright, Ju Yuan, talk to. So now we need to talk to various PubSec members. Peaceful Public Security Officer. Freya, that's still not your food. Stop it. That's... whatever. Hello. Hello, how can I help you? Oh, did you know Bringer? You mean Inspector Bringer? Oh, no, he's not Inspector anymore. I'm not very familiar with him, but I did help organize the things he left behind. Looking at now, I guess they can be considered his estate. Is there anything special about them? Special? No, just ordinary things. However, I heard from other colleagues that Bringer had a notebook that he never parted with. But I couldn't find this notebook in his belongings. It's probably lost somewhere. Anyway, everything has been sent to Hollow Special Operations. I think it was Section 6. Maybe it's because the higher-ups suspect there's a mole in PubSec. So, what, Freya? Do you want me to just... Freya, do you need me to open the door? Yeah, because Freya... This isn't her room, but she does like to stay in here because it does get a bit warm. We'll deal with that later. Anyway, Security Boo. What do you have to know? Hello, citizen. Is there anything I can help you with? Did you know Bringer? Mr. Bringer, I know. I once caught him in the bathroom secretly recording his to-do list for the next day with a tape recorder. Probably worried that he would forget otherwise. Is human memory really that short, or is it just Mr. Bringer? However, if there had been others in the bathroom at the time, Mr. Bringer probably wouldn't have done that. It's because I'm a big mood that I happened to witness something like this. Okay, so notebook you never parted with, and tape recorder that probably has something on it. And weathered public security officer. Is there a problem, citizen? Did you know about Bringer? About Bringer? Wait, you're not a reporter, are you? Of course not, I'm just a curious citizen. Oh, good. Boss has told us not to talk about Bringer. Probably worried about reporters being careless with what they write. I really don't know why he turned out this way. He used to be a good person. Many years ago, after he came out of the Hollow, his entire personality shifted. I thought it was because he was injured in the Hollow, or had witnessed something terrible. But that operation was very successful. You rescued many citizens from the Hollow and emerged completely unscathed. How strange. Do you have any other information? I remember now. It seemed like Bringer had memory issues for a long time, always forgetting stuff. Back then, when he suggested we even suggested he keep a diary or something, though I'm not sure if he ever listened to us. I don't know anything more than that. After inquiring around, you gather a lot of information about Bringer. You share this information with Ju Yuan and agree to meet at Hollow Special Operations. Looks like I still need to check the items left by Bringer. I'll head to HSO now. Alright. No sense in dilly-dallying. Head there right now. Okay, Fred, what do you want? Okay, I'm just gonna crack the door open real quick just to see if she leaves. Though it will be a concern if Walter happens to be standing right there. Although she'd probably welcome the challenge. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna mute for a sec, so... Okay, Freya successfully vacated from the room. There was a bit of an issue involving Walter, but it's fine, I think. Anyway, enough talking like a smoker. Let's get back to work. Through the thingy. Talk to Hoshimi Miyabi at the hand office. Oh, good. Juyeon is here. Yep.
Today's training.
Alright. Today's training involves... You're here. Juyeon has already told me about the current situation. We have already found all of Bringer's belongings. Nothing unusual so far. I heard he had a notebook. I heard he had some tape recording. Yeah, the notebook. A notebook? I don't recall seeing one, but there are a few tape recordings. Our colleagues have already listened to these tapes. They're just routine meeting minutes and similar recordings. Nothing out of the ordinary. After carefully inspecting the tapes, you find one that feels different from the rest. It seems a bit heavier. Do you need to play these tapes again? There shouldn't be any need for that. These recordings have already been reviewed by both Hollow Special Operations and PubSec, so there shouldn't be any issues. There's one that's heavier than the others. There might be some. Indeed, the weight of this tape feels different from the others. Sorry, that was Miyabi. Really gotta pay attention to who's speaking, because otherwise I am going to mess it up. Let's take a closer look. And now Harumasu and Sukaku are here. Try to decode the tape. After carefully examining the special tape recording, you discover that there seems to be an encrypted message within. Love an encrypted message. I see. So this must be the reason for its weight. But how can we decrypt it? I can try to crack it. Then we'll leave it to you. Oh, this is easy. Sort of. Okay, this is... You're not gonna give me a random fast one? Or one of the flickering ones? No, it's just gonna be a perfectly normal S rank. You did it, as expected. Looks like there's new content that can be played on the tape now. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know secret information could be hidden this way. Hey, what secret? Tsukaku wants to know. Juyun, are you nervous? I don't know, but I have a bad feeling about this. After all, he put so much effort into hiding it. There might really be an answer inside. Let's listen to it now. You're right. No matter what, I have to face the truth.
All right, let's get started.
All right. Sorry, just almost choked on my water. The cassette that Bringer left behind starts playing.
I'm probably not getting out of this hollow, but at least this tape recorder still works. Let's say these are my last words.
All right, that is very much heavy.
I gave away my anti-corruption equipment to save those civilians, so I'm not in good shape. Unfortunately, we came up against a horde of ethereals right after that. I rushed over to fight them off and tried to save the civilians, but in the thick of all the fighting, I turned back and realized that I was somehow alone. Nobody was behind me. Luckily, I managed to defeat the ethereals, but the wounds and corruption I sustained in doing so should be fatal. I don't mean to cast the blame at all here, and if any of my colleagues ever pick up this cassette, I hope that nobody is ever held accountable. It's just human nature. It's normal. I just have a few regrets.
Which are?
Oh, what's that over there?
You hear a long, raspy, and creepy noise.
I've seen a miracle. Yes, that thing is right. So long as humanity is in constant conflict against the Hollows, we'll never be able to grasp true power.
I don't like where this is going.
Only by embracing everything. It's the only way.
You better not go on a rant about salvation. I have a very bad habit of not trusting the things that peddle that.
Only by embracing this power can everyone survive. Oh, Creator, please grant me this.
The room is left in complete silence as the cassette finishes playing. Juyun in particular looks crestfallen.
Are you okay, Juyun? Don't be so sad.
Thanks. I'm okay. It's just, even though we had our suspicions, now that everything is out in the open, I can't help but feel a little... Well, at least now I know the reason why he changed.
He found something that... yeah.
What did Bringer see during the recording? Whatever it was, he called it a miracle.
I saw the mission report from that incident. Bringer emerged from the Hollow unscathed, completely free from injury or corruption. Plus, I remember him rescuing a few civilians and walking out of the Hollow together with them.
Okay.
But if that's the case, then it's at odds with the audio we heard. Which one is the true version of events?
Is there some time shenanigans going on right now? Because the Hollow and whoever this creator is...
It's possible that both are true.
Exactly, Haramasa.
Like if Bringer actually met a real god that completely healed his body and helped him save the others.
And that's why his mood changed so much. Why he started believing the Exaltists. Because he witnessed a miracle.
That's Sounds like a reasonable speculation at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But it still exceeds the limits of what we know.
Because this is a story, and the only one who has any real information are the bad guys.
In any case, it's a clue that ultimately points to the Exaltists. I'll keep pulling this thread and see where it leads.
Yippee! Alright. I never expected the investigation to lead to this. But what exactly are the Exaltists plotting? Excuse me? Excuse me again, sorry. Regardless, time to head back to the video store and rest for a bit. Then I'll think about the next steps. Alright, back to the counter. Which is presumably where... I mean, I was expecting Wise, but I was not expecting Vivian.
I've been waiting for you for quite some time.
Good to know. I mean, if you're here to rent a video tape, I'm pretty sure Wise is here.
We meet again, Master Proxy.
Okay, you're probably here about that.
I imagine you've already managed to gain some info from the conspirators. About some people who wish to use sacrifice to launch an attack on New Eridu.
Okay, so you know about that.
How do you even know about that? I only just found out myself.
Because I've been watching you this entire time.
Well, that's not creepy at all. Thanks.
I know many things. But unlike those hypocrites, I'm willing to share info with you to show my sincere hopes of working together. I need to find Bringer's belongings.
So you're also interested in Bringer?
Bringer's belongings. Did he even leave anything behind?
Oh, he did. I have complete confidence in my intelligence network.
Alright, you are rich, so it would make sense you have one of those.
All the more reason for you to work with me. You've probably already guessed, but what Bringer left behind will be crucial for cracking the alleged sacrifice attack. Find it, and we'll finally know what they are after.
And they. Do you mean the Exaltists, or do you mean...
Who do you mean by they?
The Exaltists, of course.
Yeah.
They're always lurking whenever something related to sacrifice comes up. Actually, the Exaltists and I, we have a bit of shared history.
Really?
But no more than that until you officially agree to work with me.
Well, that's, okay, a little bit suspicious, but I'm willing to play along.
All right, I agree then.
Splendid. I like people who don't mess around.
I mean, I've been messing around all day instead of drawing, so...
By the way, might I ask, you're not proficient at in-hollow combat, are you?
No, I can barely run.
Nope, I can't fight.
As I expected. Not to worry. You're an invaluable proxy. All I require is for you to guide me.
Okay, so are we gonna go in physically, or are we going with Eos?
I mean, not even my darling Lord Phaethon can fight in the hollows.
Hang on. What did you just say? Your darling Lord Phaethon?
That's right. The best proxy in all of New Eridu. Lord Phaethon.
Okay, this is, I'm assuming, the part where we really start to see how much of a, sniper monkey she is.
Don't tell me you don't like him.
It's not that I don't like him. It's just, it's a little complicated.
Well, if it's not that you don't like him, then that means you do like him, right? And I know exactly how you feel. My love for Lord Phaethon is really complicated, too. Great, you're a fan of Lord Phaethon, too. But that makes sense. All of New Eridu ought to be fans of Lord Phaethon.
You can't tell, but you can't really tell, but I'm smiling right now. Yep. Definitely a fan of their work.
You're right. I'm actually a fan of Lord Phaethon.
Yep, things are definitely a fan. And we're definitely just not playing along. We're definitely not saying this because I don't know how you'd react if you knew the truth about me.
Then we're fellow fans! Wonderful. I feel so much closer to you now.
After inexplicably joining Vivian's informal fan club, you listen to her go on about her love of Lord Phaethon for nearly an hour.
Oh my. Once I start talking about Lord Phaethon, I just can't help myself. Look at the time. I suppose that's all for today then.
And immediately
I'll be in
recomposed.
touch with more news.
I was so caught up in chatting with a fellow fan that I almost forgot why I'm here. I found out what the remainder of Bringer's I found out where the remainder of Bringer's belongings ended up. They should be hidden a hollow in the outer ring. Why are they all the way out there? I'll need to make some preparations, so let's meet up in Blazewood later. Okay, I guess we'll say hi to... Maybe we'll say hi to Caesar if we see her. I don't know. Don't worry, I'll protect you, Proxy. I won't let you get hurt. Speaking of, how did you know we were proxies? Because I gathered the information, and from my intelligence networks, of course. Were you about to say Hugo? I may look this way, but I've got a pretty impressive job, and I know many secrets. Since we've agreed to work together, what's the deal with you and the Exaltists? I must foil the Exaltist schemes. Whatever they're planning, I'll stop them. This time, I absolutely cannot. Look, just think of it as my personal beef with the Exaltists. Whatever the case, we're on the same side here. It's getting late, and I need to go back. I have to make some preparations. See you in Blazewood. Vivian leaves in a hurry. She seemed rather reluctant to discuss her relationship with the Exaltists in detail. Vel, are you sure you want to head straight into the Hollow? Maybe we can use the old method and connect to Eos instead. That would be the safer option. But if we connect with Eos, Vivian might recognize us. After all, she's our fan. Let's just go in. Don't worry, I have you in. Let's just go in. If you insist, Belle. Alright then. But if anything happens, make sure you stay safe. Even though we can stay in touch at any time, I still worry. I'll help myself out if anything happens. Vivian will protect me. I will protect you. I'll protect you too. If anything happens, I'll get back up for you immediately. I mean, yeah, we're gonna be in Blazewood, so you can just call up the Sons of Caledon and they'll be there in a hurry. Alright, let's take a break for now and wait for Vivian to contact us. After some time, a message from Vivian arrives. Time to head to Blazewood and meet her. Alright, teleportation, go! Straight to the upper level. Okay, I feel like I could have just been teleported over to the HDD. Also... Well, would you look at that? It's time to actually discuss, you know, the whole marketing for this update. Anyway, hi Andy, hi Trigger, nice to actually meet you. Anyway, special event.
Proxy, you're here too. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Alright, so does this...
What are you two doing here? And is that a new look I see, Ambi?
Okay, so this is what happens first. Got it.
I'm here to investigate that incident.
That incident... like, did Vivian bring you here, or this is an unrelated thing? You recall the incident you experienced with Ambi and Trigger. The relevant details have been recording as tapes and have logged to the video archives. If you have time, you should go and refresh your memory with them. Okay, so this happens after that.
I've recently dug up some clues about the person behind the operation, but my key contact is ultra cautious and keeps demanding me to prove my identity.
Alright, so it looks like we might need to take a break from this and actually go do the Ambi stuff.
So, to gain her trust, I decided to meet her dressed like this.
Okay, then.
Now that everything is completely finished, this uniform doesn't really represent anything in particular. For me, it's just another outfit now.
Yay!
We all have to move on someday.
I'm helping her. I want to make sure whoever's behind all this is caught.
Okay.
Ah, and who's this young lady?
Oh.
Her name's Vivian. She's my friend. We're here investigating a few things ourselves.
Okay, why is it so hot in my room?
Ambi, one of the Cunning Hair's most powerful members. And Trigger, an Opal Squad sniper. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
You know us?
As it turns out, she knows a lot of things. Just not everything.
Looks like someone's done our homework. Is it because of the proxy?
You two are practically celebrities. And because of my work, I've got loads of info when it comes to anyone with a name around New Eridu.
I see. Seems you're handling your work well.
Let's prepare to enter the Hollow. Unless you have any further questions, we'll be taking our leave now.
You're going into a hollow? Proxy, you plan on going in like that?
Alright, so I guess technically because this is happening after the Silver Soldier Ambi stuff, she doesn't know that we can go in now.
Yeah, that's right. I've recovered quite a bit lately, so I don't need any protective equipment in the hollows.
You shoot a wink at Ambi and Trigger, who both notice your signal and don't ask any more questions. Right at that moment, a rather familiar-looking lady appears.
Aren't you that lady from before at the auction?
Hello. I didn't expect to see you again, young lady.
Well, your demeanor is completely changed. Cutscene? Okay. We had a cutscene of a crying woman. Let's go!
Vivian, are you alright? You look depressed. What's wrong, Vivian? Are you feeling okay?
It's nothing. I just drifted off for a moment there.
Nah.
So then, what are you doing here?
Don't worry. I'm not here to scam you. I'm waiting to meet someone.
Okay, so you were trying to scam. Got it.
Don't tell me. You're my contact for intel?
That's me. Ambi from Silver Squad, I presume? Pleasure to meet you. Alright. I'm going to exchange some information with Miss Ambi here. So if you'll excuse me.
Sienna steps to the side with Ambi as they discuss something. Meanwhile, you look at Vivian with some concern. Yeah, could
You're
you...
not looking so good. Everything okay?
I can tell you later, but not right now.
Alright then. And I'm definitely not just distracted by something.
Okay, that's all the information I got for you. In return, I want you to do something for me. Take me into the Hollow. I left something very valuable inside. I have to find it.
Seeing as we were just about to go in ourselves, why not join us?
We wouldn't happen to be looking for... we wouldn't happen to both be looking for Bringer's belongings, wouldn't we?
It's fine by me. But didn't you say you were investigating something?
It's fine. There's no rush. Right, Master Proxy.
Huh? Yeah. There really is no rush. Sure, let's all go together.
Woo!
It'll be safer with more people, and we'll find your missing item more quickly.
That is true.
Thank you.
And... Alright, just... Because... Well, we don't need the HED, so just straight to the Hollow, I guess. Alright, so... Are we walking there, or we, like, have a ride? Because I feel like... Sienna, Ambi, Trigger, Vivienne. Let's go. Why'd you suddenly decide to help Sienna? I thought you didn't really like her. Yeah, why'd you agree? Proxy, do you believe in fate? I believe that fate has a very complicated timeline that I don't even try and comprehend. I more believe in making your own, but we'll say sure. I see. I've always thought that predetermined fate is a very sad thing. Proxy, I actually... No, it's nothing. Let's hurry and head into the hollow. Time that little, well, yes, I'm aware how Ambi... Alright, oh no, Trigger actually need to hold base attack to enter sniper stance, allowing Trigger to fire consecutive sniper shots forward. When the skill hits an enemy, Trigger gains 25 purge points. Well, with purge points, it's when other activated characters in the team hit enemies with attacks, Trigger figures aftershock from Trigger. When an aftershock hits an enemy, it's the target's stun damage multiplier effect, which remains effective until the target is not stunned. Excuse me. When Trigger has purge, other active characters in the squad can activate Trigger's base attack harmonizing shot. When hitting enemy does it with a basic attack, dodge counter, special attack, or quick assist, dealing electric damage, accumulating days. When an enemy has a heavy attack on or ultimate, they can activate Trigger's base attack harmonizing shot, Tartarus, and dealing electric damage and accumulating a large amount of days. When hitting enemies with an EX special or ultimate hit, Trigger will enter coordinated support. While in coordinated support, other active characters squad trigger base attack harmonizing shot when they hit enemies with any attack without consuming purge and no cooldown restrictions.
What is it that you all plan to do here?
We are here to look for something too. Something extremely important.
Also, I guess Vivienne's just over here on the side.
New Eridu's future may well depend on it.
I also enjoy how she does a little twirl whenever she stops. Alright, so combat. Ah! Rebels! Alright, so it looks like she's in either character.
Recalibrating.
Oh yeah, Vivienne seems to have that, so I'm just gonna do this. Alright! Alright, so am I taking damage or are they taking damage? Or is Vivienne taking damage? Who's taking damage right now?
Target locked.
Alright, so Trigger just does have an actual melee version.
Now it's my turn to ask questions. What exactly is it that you're investigating?
Since you're familiar with the name Silver, then you should know that it shouldn't exist anymore.
I want to go down there and look for things, but I don't. I need to go over there.
What I'm investigating has something to do with it.
Okay, so it's just an illusion of choice thing. You could go through the thing, or you can come up here. This way.
Adjusting for wind. You're cornered.
Alright. Up. Yeah, that seems like a good time.
Will reach its mark.
Right on cue.
It doesn't matter. I just want to do this.
Quick shot. Increase firepower.
Now you pay.
Okay, yeah, this is
Let's
very
use that
good.
fissure to head to the next location.
Woo! Love fissure travel. Also bit my lip a little bit when I said that, but not too much to actually hurt. Fissure.
This is the place.
Sienna. Careful. Don't want to accidentally... You're behind a border.
So, what is it that you're looking for?
A ring. I was excavating ether here before and accidentally lost it somewhere. Please, could you all help me find it? It has to be somewhere among all this stuff here.
Sure, I'll start looking.
I'll go with you.
I'll stay here with her then.
Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. Go ahead and accompany the others. I'm sure it'll be faster that way.
I don't
Sorry for wasting your time like this.
think Vivian necessarily trusts you right now.
I know it might sound strange, but I'll be so happy if my daughter grows up to be capable like you.
Do you remember the legendary artist mentioned by the host during the previous auction? Unrecognized during his lifetime, his works were discovered by art collectors after his death and became hugely popular. Sounds like quite the nice story, right? In reality, these art collectors are to blame for his death. Those pompous big shots discovered his talent and even wanted him to craft forgeries of famous works. Someone as proud as him would never read such a thing. Not only did he refuse, he also wanted to expose their schemes. And some days later, he suddenly took his own life. I knew him. He would never do something like that. Those big shots silenced him. How do you know all this? Because that legendary artist was my husband, Mira's father. My condolences. Thank you, but I might not need it anymore. So who exactly are those big shots you're talking about? Given the circumstances, it's fine to tell you. It's the Ravenlock family. Yeah, that would check out. The matter I just discussed with Miss Anby is also related to them. The collectible you asked me to bid on earlier, I should probably return it to you. Don't worry about it. But isn't it your husband's final work? It's fine. Our bond doesn't need to be anchored to any object, and I don't need these works to remember him. It's much better off in your hands than someone like Hartman's. Proxy, may I speak with Miss Sienna alone for a moment? And of course. Vivian and Sienna stepped aside to discuss something in private. Alright, regarding the matter of finding the ring, I'm entrusting it to you. It's my wedding ring. I would be extremely, extremely grateful to you. Alright, now we're time to look for a ring in a crystal stack. So naturally, we're gonna find it immediately. No, I want you. Let me have you. Looking around. Suspiciously. You find some food left in the hollow for unknown reasons. Clearly, there's no sign of the ring Sienna is looking for among these items. Proxy, if you're hungry, I brought some food with me. Thanks, I'm not. Do I really look like I want to eat these leftovers? Actually you do. Just a little bit.
There's leftover food here. I don't want to imagine what's inside the bag.
I guess Anby is nearby?
Neither do I.
Oh, crate. No, don't care about that. I care about the crate. Also, why exactly is the ring in the hall? Oh, right, she lost it while excavating ether or something. You find a plush toy. After squeezing and kneading it thoroughly, you realize it doesn't have what you're looking for. No one would hide a ring inside the stuffing of a plush toy, right? Don't worry, there's nothing inside. I've already gone through it.
A toy that seems emotionally stable. There shouldn't be a ring hidden in it.
Ambi, why is a toy emotionally stable? Is it? Do you think Toy Story is a real movie?
It's pretty
Or
cute.
based off true events? Alright, there is something else there, but I'm gonna just loop around and... Oasis. Aha! My crate! Give me all the things. Alright, back to the bench. Suspicious item. You find a lunchbox. After bracing up, you crack it open and peek inside. Whether lucky or unlucky, the box is empty. No one would put a ring in a lunchbox. It would spoil the taste. Is that the main concern?
It's a fancy lunchbox?
I wonder if its owner is safe and sound.
I'm gonna say yes. Anyway, suspicious item. It's a warning sign. It's a warning about Saturn's rings, I think? You find some scattered oil barrels. After carefully searching, you find nothing resembling the ring inside them. Does Sienna actually want to find the so-called ring? What do you mean? She said she's looking for the wedding ring, but she also says she doesn't need objects to remember her husband. We've been searching here for so long and found nothing at all. Maybe the ring never existed in the first place. It was just an excuse. Let's go back.
What's wrong, Vivian? You seemed worried for a while now.
I'm worried about Sienna.
Her location should still be safe.
Come on, you two. You need to try it.
I hope so.
Sounds ready.
The melody of combat.
Alright, this is good. This is a good thing. This is a good thing that's happening. Okay, yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to Trigger's banner. Hopefully whoever the rerun is someone I already got. I think it's Juyuan, so I should be good. Also, holy shit, she's dead. Huh. By the time you turn, you discover Sienna with her eyes closed peacefully.
Her vital signs are gone.
What happened?
I guess this was her final scam.
Shortly before.
There's one thing I must remind you. Your time is running out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how you can tell, but you're right. I'm going to die in here. That's my plan.
Okay, so the cutscene of Vivian crying earlier was her detecting, like, that?
I'm very sick and don't have much longer. If I try to get treatment, it'll just be a burden on my daughter. So I scam my way through a bunch of physical exams and managed to take out a hollow corruption policy through Ravenlock Insurance. Once some time has passed, could you please take my corrupted body out of the hollow? That will secure a generous compensation package for my daughter. It's only what the Ravenlocks owe me. A pity, yes. But it's the only way I can squeeze it out of them.
What makes you think that will help you?
I just trust you will. I'm just awfully sorry you had to get involved in this. But it's something I must do. I have to leave something behind for my girl. I have to give her a chance at life. If it's okay, Could you also please pass a message to Mira for me? Tell her, don't worry. Even if Mommy's body is corrupted, withers away, and turns to dust, my love for you will always be there. Thank you. You're a good kid.
After saying this, Vivian falls silent for a moment.
She was betting that we'd help her.
So, you were aware of this the whole time?
Yes. Because I saw it.
Okay, yeah, that does answer my previous question. Also, don't mind me. Vivian falls silent for a moment, as if recalling the memory. Hey, back when he shed tears in front of Sienna.
You might not believe me, but I've had this ability to see the future since I was a little girl. But the things I see are always something bad. Plagues, deaths, disasters.
Well, what's the point of having the gift of prophecy if the only thing you're prophesizing are the bad things?
That's all I've ever been able to see.
It's all that kid's fault!
She's seriously jinxed.
I always try to avoid her. Otherwise, she'll say something rotten that ends up coming true again.
Ah, so a case of okay, hang on. This is literally just Bruno. This is just the Bruno thing from Encanto.
Prophecies, she says. Like she's not the one bringing the bad luck upon us.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Sorry. I'm sorry.
What good is saying you're sorry? Things like this keep happening every time you open your mouth!
Oh, well, they'd probably still happen if she didn't say anything.
How unlucky. She shouldn't be here. Nobody wants her around.
If only she would just disappear.
I just wanted to warn you all. I'm sorry.
Why are we getting all the bad things? Like all the depressing stuff. After recounting the stories of her past, Vivian stays silent for a long time, as if struggling to break free from the shackles of those dark memories.
Every time it's the same. In the end, there's nothing I can change. Sometimes I even wonder whether it's me predicting these things. Or if my very existence is manifesting these calamities.
So it's either Bruno or Crow. With a bit of Bruno.
Vivian, it's not your fault. You were just trying to be kind and warn them about impending disasters.
Yeah, it's not your fault they're bad at interpreting information.
I can tell it's never been easy for you.
Thank you. No matter what. I just hope she finally gets to rest in peace. I hope no misfortune, whether I foresee it or not, ever happens to anyone.
So, Miss Vivian, do you always cry when you have a prophecy? Yes, every time a prophecy appears, I can't help but shed tears. I used to wonder if I could just hold back my tears, then maybe these bad things wouldn't happen. But I just can't do it. No matter how hard I try, I just can't. You're being too hard on yourself. Vivian falls silent for a moment and seemingly unwilling to continue through the topic. Sienna said that the compensation from the Ravenlock family's hollow corruption insurance is enough to settle her Mira for life. Though, it's hard to imagine the notoriously stingy Hartman engaging in such a money-losing business. Maybe he wants to improve his Maybe he wants to improve his reputation. Yeah, I think so too. Actually, there have been rumors that the Ravenlock family had fallen out of favor with Tops for a while now. That's why they were becoming so desperate, afraid of being abandoned by the mighty Tops. Sienna's actually a skilled intelligence worker. She retired from the business a while ago. I see. No wonder she was able to gather classified information. She said she tried many ways, but everything was useless against the untouchable Ravenlock family. She still couldn't avenge her lover. But I believe everything he did was meaningful. The same goes for you, Miss Vivian. Everyone, it seems there are ethereals nearby. It's not safe to linger. Let's keep moving forward. All right.
Proxy, do you believe that the future can be changed?
Yes.
Whoa, that's kind of an out-of-the-blue question.
Careful. This seems like combat
I think I
area.
can.
Wait for Vivian's
Is
response.
that so?
Correct. I mean,
In my memory, this has happened countless times already. I only see these misfortunes. Why can't I even have a sliver of happiness?
alright, over the trigger.
Adjusting for wind.
Alright, try it. And this is awesome. This is a good combo. Right. Okay, assuming Pulchra is pride with it.
The fissure that we're looking for is up ahead.
Okay, assuming Pulchra plays nice with enemy and trigger, that could be a pretty devastating 1-2-3 hit combo. Anyway, fissure time. I love it when it's fissure time. Up. Oh, hello. Oh. Well, now there are two of them. This is getting out of hand.
What you deserve. Out balance. Show no mercy. The target's weary. Target locked.
And
Resolve. Fire support ready.
and
Ether vision activate.
yeah, no need for that, Anby. Not yet, anyway.
Sniper's creed. One shot, one kill. Down strategy. Quick shot.
Alright, kind of wasted a little bit of DPS uptime on just messing with trigger, but it's fine. Because this is still ridiculous.
I think it's about time.
We should take that lady out of the hollow. You guys go on.
Thank you. She gave us the intel we needed, so this is the least we could do.
Alright, yeah, but...
I hope everything else goes well for you.
Huh. Thank you, Anby. Hey, see when I look at your story. Trigger and Anby leave.
Master Proxy, is there anything you'd like to know? You can just ask.
Yeah.
I'm curious about your story, Vivian. But we can talk more once you feel ready. Don't worry, I can wait.
Yeah.
You're the first person to ever say that to me. I'd be happy to share my story with you. These premonitions I see are not within my control, and they always come to me in a flash, like a flood of images in my mind.
Well, if the premonitions aren't in your control, then that is a little inconvenient.
Most of the time, I see death, disease, accidents, and disasters. Of course, there are also some non-fatal mutilations.
Non-fatal, but still mutilations nonetheless.
But every time, without exception, they end up happening. And I can never prevent or change them.
Okay, do you think it's a case of those who try to avoid their fate are those who try to avoid their fate are destined to meet it, or is it a case of you're just not strong enough to break the stone?
That's all I have to say about it. If that offends Master Proxy and you don't want to hang out with me anymore, then I can understand.
It's fine if you just see something and I won't like, just don't tell me.
I don't mind at all. That's just who you are, Vivian. I'd like to keep hanging out with you.
I've always considered this ability as a curse.
I mean, yeah, people can see the future, but only the bad stuff. That does tend to feel a bit cursy.
It's not a curse. If anything, I think you've been given a gift.
Thank you. Really. Well, it's getting late. Bringer's belongings ought to be around here somewhere. Let's take a closer look.
Okay. And because Anby and Trigger left, now we can just go about it normally. In this, I'm assuming, used to be apartment complex. Oh, is there... Did he hide it in this tea vending machine? Found it. The vending machine. Bringer's belongings are probably stashed away in here. And there. Why the vending machine? That's the intelligence I got. Maybe Bringer thought this was a good spot? Anyway, let's look around first. You search the vending machine up and down, but find nothing.
Looks like it isn't in here.
Ooh, great. Great. Alright, don't think there's anything there, so we'll move on. Don't drive tired. Yeah, don't do that. It is not a good thing to do. Like, seriously. Don't. Just don't. If you're feeling sleepy, don't drive. Supposedly it's, like, not... Supposedly it is worse than drunk driving, though don't take my word for that. Anyway, vending machine. I knew it. There must be other vending machines nearby. This should be the one. Bring his belongings. What could they be? You search the vending machine in front of you thoroughly. Still nothing.
Strange. There's nothing in here.
I just noticed that those are some very high heels that Vivian's wearing. Like, yeah, I got nothing else. That's it. Just pointing out the heels because I am awful at small talk. Which is Proxy. I have a feeling if Bringer's belongings are definitely inside this vending machine in front of us. I mean, third time's a charm, right? I believe. Is this your prophecy? No, I've never predicted anything good. Anyway, let's search it thoroughly. You carefully search the vending machine and still find nothing. Just as you are about to give up, you kick the vending machine in by accident. Where a drink would normally appear. Where a drink would normally roll out, a worn-out notebook appears instead. You gotta kick it. That's something you gotta do. Wow, Master Proxy. So this is how it's done? You're leagues ahead. You're leagues ahead of professional intelligence brokers. You're leagues ahead of intelligence brokers. Oh, and Hugo's here, because of course he is.
Is that all?
Bringer's notebook, added to the workbench. Bringer's notebook, old and worn looking, seems to have locations of interest marked down. Yep, it does appear to be kind of old.
This is it. This notebook is what Bringer left behind. But I don't know what these markings on it mean.
Like the scuff marks, you mean? You and Vivian flip through Bringer's notebook together, ignoring the surrounding danger for some time, until the shriek of an ethereal suddenly rings out nearby. However, a moment later, a strange yet familiar figure materializes to block the ethereal, disposing of it with ease.
Well, hello, Master Proxy. It's been a while.
I'm pretty sure it's been like a day, maybe 2.
Oh, don't give me that scandalized look. I did just save your lives.
I would have protected the proxy even if you hadn't appeared.
I'm sure of it, but I happen to be in the area. Worry not, dear companion. I have complete confidence in your strength.
And yeah, they're...
Hang on, did you say companion? So you two know each other.
I mean, yeah, she was about to out Hugo as the one who told... told you.
Apologies.
Her.
I didn't have a chance to mention it before. I'm actually part of the Phantom Thieves Syndicate, Mockingbird.
That's right. I was only able to slip in during the auction thanks to some help from Vivian backstage.
Where I'm assuming she was back there to collect the art piece.
So, the whole time, you were only bidding on the collection so you could get backstage and mess with things?
I warned you before. You can't rely on appearances.
Well, the fact that you two have a at least somewhat similar outfit color scheme, if anything just slightly inverted, yeah, that probably could have been a detail, and the fact that she appeared not long after he did.
Don't worry, Master Proxy. We don't have any ulterior motives here.
You stole the sacrifice core.
As you've probably heard, Mockingbird is a renowned Phantom Thieves syndicate in New Eridu that, despite its longevity, has managed to maintain the secrecy of its members' identities to this day. So, disclosing our identities to you is essentially the highest sign of good faith that a Mockingbird Phantom Thief can show.
Okay.
That sorta makes sense.
Yeah, but also, Lycon.
Your trust is most appreciated. Mockingbird's purpose is very simple, really. To form long-standing and cooperative relationships with outstanding proxies like yourself.
And to emphasize this, he took out a coin. Like, okay, that is a very large coin. Like, that is, I'm pretty sure, bigger than a Gambit coin. So, how?
We need your abilities.
Before you make any decisions, please allow me to briefly explain the concept behind the Mockingbird Syndicate.
Oh, please do.
We all know there isn't anything in this world that's fair. A prime example being the uneven distribution of wealth.
Tell me about it.
People from tops splurge on luxurious collectibles, while the poor have to gamble with their own lives just to get by.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, besides wealth, there's also an unequal distribution in this world of happiness and suffering, hope and despair, love and hate. It's all just so unfair.
And what's this got to do with you killing your dad?
Somebody has to do something to tilt the balance of the scales. And thus Mockingbird was born. We take from those who have far more than they deserve and give it to those who deserve to have more.
Yeah. Mockingbird, Robin Hood, and hey, the mission statement does make sense. However, again, see the whole killing of the dad thing, and also the whole Megatron sense of justice thing.
If you ask me, that's enough to be considered a form of justice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I agree about
You do have a point. I can agree with that.
Thank you. I knew if anyone, you'd understand. However, aside from these philosophical considerations, we also have a crisis on our hands to deal with.
Yeah, the sacrifice score, can we please talk about that?
As you know, the Exaltists are plotting to use the power of sacrifice to launch an attack on all of New Eridu. We can provide you with all the latest intel, just like that notebook you found. Something those pompous housekeepers would never be willing to do. And the most crucial part of this whole game, the sacrifice core, is currently in my possession. I think that makes this a highly competitive deal.
I'm more than willing to work with both sides if I need to.
We share the same goal for the moment, stopping the impending disaster from playing out.
Uh-huh.
I need some time to think about it.
How about this? If you still have misgivings about our upcoming cooperation, then why don't you bring Lycon along with you?
I mean, I'd be fine with that, but would you two be willing to work together?
He's got the support of the mayor's office behind him, and his presence alone is enough to keep me in check. That would put you more at ease, right? Of course, you're welcome to bring some other friends along, provided they aren't from public security or HSO.
I mean, that is fair. Those two would have a vested interest in actually stopping you specifically.
Well, if you're willing to let my friends come along, then you've got a deal.
Great. It's a deal. By the way, Proxy, this is for you.
And this would be... Oh, fancy collectible. Oh, a collectible gifted by Vivian. It looks like an expensive but an exquisite piece of art, but it seems hollow inside. Might that mess with its value?
Consider it a souvenir commemorating our first time working together.
And definitely not the last time, because if I had to bet, both of you are probably going to be after Trigger.
For now, we'll carefully look through the contents of that notebook. I'll contact you if anything comes up.
And we're out. And the statue of the Bang Boo dropping a fat one. Also, I was Hugo for a second there. We all saw it. After leaving the hollow, Hugo and the others returned to the video store. Oh. Yeah, now I just am playing as Hugo. Whee! Schedule has been updated. Quick look around. And he does the walk where he has a hand in his pocket, because of course he does. Also, every character in this game. Why does everyone have cake? Since we're already at the video store, should we ask Master Proxy to recommend some films? My apologies, everyone, but I need to take my leave and go take care of my art gallery now. So you actually own a gallery? I also need a convenient social integrity for various reasons. The title of gallery owner works quite well. Alright, I'll stay with Master Proxy for a bit longer. But Hugo, you've been oddly busy lately. You're not hiding something from me, are you? Well... Shortly before... Ooh. Flashback sequence. Find the intermediary Casey. And you know it's a flashback because everything's gone all sepia tone, and also CRTV, I think that's it. That is certainly an appearance, my friend. Well, if it isn't our collector, Mr. Hugo, long time no see. I assume you finished the task I asked you to do, yes? Done as promised. I've already found buyers for the goods you gave me, no shortage of big names among them. Of course, I've also recommended your gallery to them as instructed, and spread the word about it in the circle. But getting rid of all this exquisite stuff so suddenly, you're not in trouble, are you? If you have funding issues, I'm also your guy. I've got friends who offer loan services. Thank you for your concern, but my cash flow is very healthy, and I have more than just you as my middleman. In essence, I'm just looking to boost my gallery's reputation in the scene. I see. Those rare pieces of those rare pieces in your collection definitely caught a few eyes. I'm sure they're all looking forward to collaborating with you. Thank you for the kind words. Alright, it's getting late. I should head off now. See you next time. Now, time to find that guy. I remember him mentioning that he would dress up in something more presentable this time. Alright, just find the well-dressed informant in the metro station. Let's meet at Lumina Square. Alright, find the well-dressed informant. Alright, so we have 3 people in a nearby an alley. Casual young man, idle man, serious man. Alright, we'll start with the casual guy first. Yes. When the musician's third string breaks, the gatekeeper whispers to me, in which hand hides the coin for the underworld ferryman? Huh? Are you still LARPing at your age? I thought like people my age would like it. Sorry, my mistake. Huh? You are? Underworld ferryman? You okay? The clinic's that way. What a shame. Such a handsome fellow, but sorry, my mistake. Alright, yeah, so probably the serious man? Copy paste a few sentences ago. The left hand holds death, the right hand holds deception, but the raven has already flown away with the answers. I can't get over the embarrassment every time I say this. It's quite poetic, isn't it? The meeting with Hartman has been scheduled. He'll be waiting for you in that same private suite. Or should I say, waiting for Hugo, the renowned collector and art gallery owner. Thanks, I knew I could count on you. Still, I have to ask, you're not looking to make the Ravenlocks your enemy, are you? And if I say I am? Not like I can stop you anyway. You already caused a scene at the auction. That robe of heroes stunt, I can't believe you came up with that. Hartman's been on the move lately. That organ trafficking case from before is linked to him too. I also heard that they're dropping big money on some kind of drug research. Big eyebrow raise there. And okay, yeah, I feel it. Yeah, now I remember back on Friday when we were streaming. I'm pretty sure when we were talking about Hartman and like some organ trafficking was mentioned, and now Juyuan is looking into that. So the Ravenlocks have always been a bunch of cold-blooded bastards, but doing all kinds of messed up things to make your blood boil and sweep everything under rug with money and power, leaving the victims with no justice. But Hartman, he's the worst of the bunch. Rumor says that he personally took out the previous heir and clawed his way to the throne. I know. Relax, I don't plan on clashing with him head-on. You better not. I don't want to witness Mockingbird's folly of trying to crack like a stone with an egg. I prefer to see it as more of a gambit. I can never win an argument against you anyway. Don't forget, the Ravenlocks family in bed with those Exaltus lunatics. Who knows what awful scheme they've been cooking up lately. Okay, so the Ravenlocks and the Exaltus, they're in bed together. Got it. They're working together, have a bit of a collaboration going on. In any case, as your old friend, I sincerely wish you all the best. Thank you. By the way, how's Lycon doing lately? I haven't seen him in a while. What? I know you two split up, but it's been years. Are you still not over it? Don't know, don't care. If there's nothing else, I'll get going now. Alright, fine. Good luck. The students nearby seem to be having an intense discussion, and you hear a familiar name. So, that Mockingbird Phantom Thief thing only looks flashy, but hasn't actually accomplished anything, right? Tops remains unshakable, but those big families are just steps away from getting total control. Just a step away from getting total... It's possible that even the mayor can't keep them in check. But it doesn't seem... But doesn't the mere existence of the Mockingbird serve as some kind of warning? Every time they release a crime warning letter, fear erupts among these evildoers. Really? But what can they actually change? In the end, it's probably just a game. To the big shots, Mockingbird's like a fly, annoying but not deadly, so they just let it be. So what do you think should happen? But if you ask me, you have to dismantle everything from within if you truly want change. Without power or influence, it's all futile. The first step should be accumulating resources by any means necessary, and if possible, joining tops. After all, to establish a new order, the old one must be demolished, just like how creation requires destruction. That sounds exactly like something a villain would say. Or a god of destruction. If it's really possible to join tops, many would probably defect immediately. True. Who would turn down money? It's almost time for the meeting with Hartman. Time to go. And wow, we are just going. City lights. And are we just heading to the auction again? Your invitation has been confirmed. It seems yes. Would you like to have a private suite now? Yes. Because I have nothing else to do. Alright. Arrogant man. And I want to say, hey, that's Fedora, but I don't know. You're the one that has business with Master Hartman? Correct. Master Hartman's time is extremely valuable, and he has Gracie with this meeting amid his busy schedule. Well, I sincerely hope you bring something substantial to the family. Worry not. I stand here precisely because I have enough leverage. You had better.
How about it? Will you work with me?
Not bad. Let me be honest with you. I have the sacrifice core that you're after. I am Mockingbird.
Okay, just going straight for it.
So it's you. I never thought you'd be so bold as to come see me alone.
Well, to be fair, anything you throw at him he could probably take care of easily.
Relax, my friend. As you know, if I can sneak into such a heavily guarded auction, then naturally, I can just as easily slip away right now. I'm here with the sincere intention to seek cooperation. I can give you that sacrifice core.
And what do you want in return?
Wealth, glory, power. The things everyone else in the world wants, I want them too. And I'm confident that as the current heir to the Ravenlock family, those are all things you can give me.
Then you've certainly come to the right place. My family is working on a big project. If things come to fruition, Ravenlock's status in tops will significantly improve.
And how exactly? By getting rid of the rest of tops?
At which point, I'll be sure to leave a spot for you. Naturally, as an outsider, you're precluded from handling any of our core business. But profits from the scraps alone will be enough to set you up for life.
Mr. Hartman, I think you've misunderstood me. I have no intention of joining the Ravenlock family. In fact, I have an art gallery under my name that does pretty well for itself. I was hoping you could recommend me for tops.
You want to join tops? That's easier said than done. Even for a family like ours, it would still require significant effort and...
Cut off.
Just answer me yes or no. I don't think either of us can afford to waste time.
I understand. Yes, you have my word.
Yes, but I doubt your word is good for anything.
But in exchange, you'll have to give me the sacrifice core first.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I've already hidden it somewhere safe, a place nobody else but me knows. You don't want to put all your chips on the table when dealing with tops. I know that far too well.
Then that means I also need to keep an eye out when working with the infamous Mockingbird, right?
Okay, the fact that you didn't already piece that together kind of says more about you than him.
Mr. Hartman, I should remind you that I stand before you undisguised. Coming from a phantom thief who's never publicly revealed his identity, shouldn't that be sufficient assurance? If I betray you, then you merely need to lift a finger to wipe me from the face of this world.
Yes, the finger being the pointer.
You do make a valid point there. In that case, you have a deal.
I appreciate your trust.
Why don't we celebrate our new partnership with a toast?
Hartman calls over the waiter and pours out 2 glasses of some expensive-looking deep crimson liquid. He lifts his glass and nods to Hugo before draining it in one gulp. Hugo flashes a smug grin as he follows suit and takes a gulp.
Having a drink before undertaking anything important is a family tradition. It's good luck.
Although doing things while intoxicated, not exactly a good idea.
As an outsider, it's a real honor.
By the way, you aren't the only member of your organization, are you? Shouldn't all your companions agree to this deal first?
You don't have to worry about that. I'll make sure she agrees. Otherwise, I'll get rid of her too.
Seems you'll do whatever it takes to get things done. Great things lie ahead for someone like you.
And his mouth kind of got stuck open for a sec there.
All right, let's leave it at that for today. I'll contact you about what to do next.
And with that...
He's the one who killed Serena!
Alright, straight on to... Okay, yeah, even in this, he does look a little Dio-ish. Like, I'm not the only one who sees it, right?
She was the only one who was ever any good to him, right? That's how he repays her?
That's why they say once a mongrel, always a mongrel. Just look into his eyes.
Alright, why did that sound kind of like Kid Trunks? But I'm not... Okay.
Father! We have to punish him! Serena had been ranking ahead of him. Hugo must have poisoned her water so he could pass her.
Ah, yes, poisoning water, something that is definitely not super obvious.
Pure evil. Typical for an impure bloodline. He should have been kicked out ages ago.
Hugo, did you do all this?
Yes, it was me. I killed her.
Are you just saying that, or are you being, like, real?
He admitted it! Father, he must be expelled. He has no right to live under the same roof as us.
Why don't we reunite him with Serena then? Nobody would ever know.
Followed by laughter.
Hugo, well done.
Okay, so you're very much not a good person.
My children, how many times have I told you before? In this world, only the most ruthless, cruel, and unscrupulous of people ever make it to the top. Like Hugo here, who was willing to murder his only true loved one without a second thought. Only someone with the means and the gumption to do that is qualified to be my heir.
But
I can see where the issues came from.
It's all over now, and the results are obvious. The winner of this month's assessment is Hugo. As for the rest of you, go to the usual place for the punishment you deserve.
Father! Before this, I was #1.
As I've told you before, there's only room for one winner in this family. You're still a loser, even if it's by the smallest margin. And there's no reason for a loser to exist. This is all for your own good. Do you understand? Go on now. Receive your punishment for the sake of the family.
Yeah, I don't really know what to add here.
Yes, I understand. I'm sorry.
That really brought up some unpleasant memories. It won't be long.
No, it will not.
Soon, it'll all be over.
Alright, so what are you planning to do exactly? On the other side, after Hugo leaves... Proxy, you look like you have something to say. About that chosen one. Well, the truth is, we've always wanted the chance to work with you. Hugo said that you're the best proxy he's ever met. The chosen proxy. In other words, the chosen one. Fine, I believe you. By the way, are you free now? If you're not busy, would you mind taking a walk with me? Anywhere is fine. You arrived at Luna Square with Vivian. Okay, guess we're just hanging out with her right now. Take a walk with Vivian, but I have to run to the bathroom, so YouTube, enjoy the smash cut. Wow, that was a really cool, very not obvious. Anyways, Vivian, hi, how you doing?
Thank you for escorting me here, Proxy.
No problem, just here to have a good time. Also, you just phased through that thing.
Today was quite eventful. If I were to, you're a child that only brings misfortune.
I probably fall asleep. All right, maybe don't run, instead just walk.
People have been saying that about me for a long time.
Alright, just...
I used to feel hurt and resentful. But now that I think about it, it's perfectly normal for people to react that way.
Uh-huh, cat. There's a cat there. Also, I think just popped up a little bit. So are we just going over to the pier? Uh-huh. There's a kitty. And so far, the cats have not brought anything up.
Only predict suffering.
Because doomed by the narrative?
Predict happy things, joyful things. Would people like me a little more? Maybe fate truly is set in stone.
Then simply break the stone. We've been over this.
Often, I want to help these people avoid their miserable fates. For a time, I even thought that I was successful, that I could change people's destiny. But it was all an illusion. In the end, I couldn't do anything at all.
I don't want to say skill issue, but...
So, I was really happy when you said that my abilities weren't a curse, but a gift.
Apologies for the squeaky chair.
Thank you, Proxy.
Don't mention it.
I'm so glad to have met you.
Yay.
And you're also a fan of Lord Phaethon. It's like we were fated to meet.
Oh, just wait until you learn that I am Phaethon. You're gonna be in for a surprise.
I don't know why, but I feel completely at ease when I'm by your side. I feel like I'm free from judgment, from blame. Like, I don't need to worry about anything, and can just be my own true self.
We can keep looking around.
Perhaps people really do possess an aura, and ours just so happen to be extremely compatible.
So what you're saying is aura plus compatibility equals some kind of drift? Like Pacific Rim?
By the way, you asked me before about Hugo. I don't really know much about him. He rarely ever talks about his past.
Well, from the cutscene I saw, or like the flashback scene I saw, it's full of trauma and murder.
But Judging from his eye colors, you can guess he's probably the bastard son of a renowned family.
Mm-hmm.
I think his mother was very worried about his different colored eyes, and even wanted to get rid of him at one point. But then his family offered a huge price and bought him off his mother for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's the recipe for a healthy childhood.
And just like that, he moved from a leaky and drafty boarding room to a luxurious mansion. But he's also mentioned that the extravagant home is actually like hell for him. I think it's probably because the family treats him terribly.
Alright, so far you seem to be pretty spot on.
I digress. He ran away and ended up meeting Lycon and his master.
Alright, we know that already. Lycon told us about it.
After that, they formed Mockingbird together and experienced a rare period of happiness. Until Lycon's betrayal.
It was only a betrayal from Hugo's perspective. From Lycon's perspective, Hugo betrayed.
So, what's your take on Hugo?
I imagine I would still be wandering around now if I had never met him. To me, Hugo is just like an older brother.
Okay.
I've always felt as though he's carrying some heavy burden with him. But that's a secret he's kept to himself. Something he'll never tell me. Sometimes when I look into his eyes, I can feel that he's really struggling with something.
Okay, so do therapists just not exist in this city? Is that no longer a profession?
Even though he may say some extreme things, Hugo really isn't a bad person.
He murdered pretty much his entire family.
I think one day he'll tell me his secret. Until then, I just have to wait. Wait and trust him.
I am recording this for YouTube, so I probably shouldn't be dropping any of the hard murder around, but I don't really care. It's not like I'm monetized anyway. After chatting for a while, you say goodnight to Vivian. It's getting late, time to head back to the video store and get some proper rest. And we are still technically in action. We got a bunch of that stuff. Hello again, Wise. Also, a quick look at that. 1463. Nice. Anyway, what you got? Belle, you came home late today. Had a long chat with Vivian. I see. It's getting late, so let's call it a day. Once Vivian and the others get in touch, we'll have a lot to investigate. Belle, Vivian has contacted us. She said you'll be investigating the Hollow tomorrow. In addition, and to her, Hugo and Lycon, Anby, whom we recommended before, will also join this operation. She'll explain the details when she comes to pick you up at the video store tomorrow. But are you still planning on heading straight into the Hollow just like you did the last few times? I'm used to it. Vivian and others will. I'm used to it. Alright, with so many friends around this time, there shouldn't be as much risk. I'll wait for you at home. And then, no matter what, remember, safety first. Let's get some rest for now. And yeah, okay, let's just keep going. Why not? Also, don't mind me, just gonna grab... Yeah, YouTube, if you're wondering what that was, that's just me opening a new tab. Just gonna... Doot. And gotta wait a little bit longer before I can do one more thing. After a good night's rest, the next morning arrives as promised. And Vivian is here. And also, what I was claiming was some Twitch rewards, because when you stream this game, you get the rewards if there are rewards to be earned. Anyway, hi Vivian. Good morning, Proxy. Long story short, we analyzed the locations marked in Bria's notebook and found no pattern between the coordinates, but they all seem well hidden. Hugo suspects that we might find something stashed at the coordinates, but it's unclear whether it will be pleasant or terrifying. In any case, we need to investigate. Our destination today is the Ballet Twins. Let's head there together. And we'll just teleport there because we can. Alright, so supposedly it's going to be Vivian, Hugo, Lycon, and Andy. So this can only end well. Hello.
It appears we're the first to arrive. I thought we were running late.
You look nervous.
This might sound weird, but it's nice to think about getting to work with you from now on. I don't really know why that makes me feel so happy. Oh!
Oh?
It's because we're fellow fans! Anyone who likes Lord Phaethon can't be a bad guy.
Yep, definitely.
For sure.
Of course, Lord Phaethon is the greatest there will ever be, but you're definitely the best proxy I've ever met in person.
She is going to freak out when we inevitably tell her.
Hugo told me before that you're really skilled, and he said we'd get along great. I never expected he'd be so right. Oh, by the way, would you like to come by my place if you have time later?
I mean, I wouldn't hate the idea.
I have a huge collection of Lord Phaethon merch.
Yo, we have merch?
Phaethon, Lord Phaethon doesn't have any merch out there, right? I mean, we don't even know what he looks like, for starters.
It's all my own original
Ah!
merch, like screenshots of old internet comments. I print them out and turn them into postcards.
Okay, I feel like she has a shrine.
Plus the avatars Lord Phaethon's used, the music playlists they recommend. I've organized it all. I'd love to show it all to you if we get the chance.
I'm super curious to see all that. Please be sure to show me sometime.
Yeah, this can definitely not go wrong, especially if she figures it out.
Splendid. Let's book a time and you can come by my place and see all my Lord Phaethon merch. Speaking of which, what's taking those two so long? Hugo said he had some preparations to do before entering the Hollow. I wonder how that's coming along.
Meanwhile, Hugo is preparing for the upcoming operation at another part of Lumina. Same old routine, shopping first. About time to stock up on chocolate anyway. Excuse me. And apparently Hugo likes chocolate. And does it before every mission. Rations, bottled water, and one of those chocolate coins. I'll take all of them in a bag, thank you. At this moment, a familiar figure appears. Hugo. Oh, what a coincidence. I didn't expect to see you here. Evidently, I didn't expect it either. Otherwise, I would have chosen a different store. Are you preparing for the operation? Are you blind? Oh, by the way, thank you for joining us this time. Thank you for joining us this time and lending your combat prowess. If you could also refrain from revealing our secrets to your dear master, that would be perfect. The manager went over this with me. You have my word that as long as your actions do not cause harm, I will keep everything secret. How awfully kind of you. Alright, I'm short on time, so I'll be off now. Enjoy your shopping. Okay, so that's so a little bit of pre-mission tension. JC Pharmacy. Okay. Andy, or for some reason Haramasa. Who you got your bets on who we're gonna meet here? Emergency medication need restocking too. Guess I'll stick to the ones I'm used to. At this moment, a familiar figure appears once again. Okay, so it's just Lycon. So Lycon's basically just following us around. Got it. You know what, Lycon? If I were in your shoes and foresaw an awkward encounter with a former partner, I'd choose to go away. Time is short, and this is the only pharmacy around. Besides, I don't see any need to avoid you. All right. So just meeting tune our W engines on 6th Street. All right, so now I don't need to do the voice acting.
This is getting to be more than just a coincidence, don't you think? Or perhaps you are actually stalking me.
Or maybe you two just have the same ideas of pre-mission routines.
If I was stalking you, you wouldn't ever know.
Overconfident as always. You haven't changed at all.
We just make it a habit to check the state of our weapons prior to combat.
Thanks for that little reminder. I almost forgot.
I didn't expect you to let me join.
What else could I do? Master Proxy would have insisted on having you join us.
That is true. And having Anne be here is just, a little bit of extra reassurance.
I never expected for us to have a chance to enjoy some pleasant conversation like this. Without our weapons drawn, that is. It really has been too long. I still remember when we first established Mockingbird.
Indeed. That was a long time ago.
Ooh, are we gonna get another flashback? We got a flashback!
Thankfully, Jack went in peace.
Oh. Just straight to the dead master. Got it. And also, I guess he's either buried or memorialized in the Outer Ring.
He must have known about his condition for some time. He even left us with instructions. Passing peacefully in your sleep is the most natural way to go. I'm happy for him. By the way, Lycon, have you given it any thought yet?
You mean about our guild for Phantom Thieves?
Yeah. It's time for us to build an organization of our own. Jack always supported the idea, didn't he?
I mean, you seem to be T-posing about it, so clearly it's a great idea.
I don't have any objections. But what should we call it then?
How about Mockingbird? It's a bird known for mimicking the calls of others to blend in. The same way we don high society roles for ourselves when we're out on a mission. Oh, oops. I nearly forgot. You're a terrible actor, and you're always flubbing your lines. I guess we can rule out that name then.
And yet you still went with it anyway.
No, call it Mockingbird. We're always just putting on an act, aren't we? I won't slip up on our next mission. Besides, we still ran missions together even when we didn't have a name. Having one now won't really make a difference.
It feels weird seeing Lycon in not formal clothes.
No. It does make a difference, Lycon. And I don't just want a name. I want Mockingbird to become a symbol. Like the sword of Damocles hanging over everyone's heads. Striking fear into the hearts of the rich and cruel whenever they hear the name.
Okay, Damocles, I feel like I might have heard that before, but I would need to check again. Or check for the first time. Again, I don't know.
Just like Jack used to say, this world isn't fair. So that's why we have to influence it however we can. And change things in our own way.
Alright, why does Hugo end every one of his sentences with a, I'm assuming, wave of his arms?
But on the basis of not causing harm to other people's lives. That's also what Jack used to say. You remember, don't you?
Of course I remember. All right, I promise.
Uh-huh.
That sounded pretty forced. Don't forget, things don't end well for people who break their oaths.
I'm good for my word. You must trust your fellow companions. That's also something Jack would say.
Why do we get the feeling you're the one who kind of took the lessons Jack taught you and kind of only selectively learned the ones you wanted?
Well then, Today's the day that Mockingbird will officially start flying. Our first order of business, deciding on our symbol.
And then you got, like, I'm assuming, like, the pin on his, like, the side of his chest. Hugo and Lycon share a rare moment of peaceful reminiscence. Meanwhile, on the proxy side, the others joining the operation finally arrive. Alright, great. And Anby is also here.
Looks like we're all here. Hugo, you're late again.
Alright, got any comeback?
Do forgive me. Someone was pestering me and wasting my precious time.
You were reminiscing and you know it. Yeah, and Anby has nothing to add. She's just kind of here. Oh, right. The other familiar faces. We also have a new friend joining us. Other than familiar faces, we also have a new friend joining us for this operation. It seems that Miss Anby is the reinforcements recommended by the manager. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Hugo. Hello. The proxy has already updated me on the necessary information. Rest assured, I will keep it confidential. So, before entering the Hollow, let's confirm the mission's objective once again. We'll be heading to one of the coordinates marked in Bringer's notebook and searching the area. Based on relevant information, these coordinates may contain secrets related to the Exaltists. These could be treasures or something awful. We'll have to explore and find out. If there are no further questions, let's begin now. Begin operation! Okay, that took a bit of more time than it should have, I feel.
I didn't expect the coordinates in Bringer's notes to lead here.
No characters defeated. Careful.
Oh, are you familiar with this place?
Yeah, we had a whole chapter in
More
here.
familiar than you, it seems.
Careful.
Roxy, if they're being too noisy, can I take action?
A cup of tea.
Alright, that's a pretty cute idle animation. Alright, now that we know for certain that that was all there was.
Roger.
Try it. Nice try. You shouldn't have tried it. Like, I'll get in here and actually start stunning. Alright. That was a pretty easy combat encounter. I hear... Okay, never mind. Door.
I don't enjoy obstacles in my path. Can we not bust the door open?
I mean, do you want to try it?
You can try. Master Proxy, we need to find a power source to activate the door. The generator room should be nearby.
Yeah, it's not like we haven't been here before, just...
Over here.
Yeah, obviously.
Wow, you really know this place like the back of your paw.
Careful. Don't want to miss anything important. Special event.
Master Proxy, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's something wrong with the circuit. It seems to be blocked.
Don't tell me. Victoria Housekeeping's high and mighty attendants can't even fix a simple circuit.
I can fix it, but I'll need a circuit diagram before I can do anything. I've seen diagrams for this type of circuit before. It's a pity that we're unable to connect to the outside world from inside the hollow.
Just leave that problem to me.
Yeah.
Belle, I just sent an image of a circuit diagram to your phone. Check if you received it.
And I guess we can just talk to Wise.
Thank you very much, Master Proxy. Now then, let's start repairing this circuit.
Also, does Vivian have nothing to add on that? Like, the fact that we just have direct holo communication? Or is that like a... Or is like that a different thing specifically for EOS? Master Proxy, I've organized the circuit-related modules. You just need to connect them the same way as you've done before. Alright, that wasn't a very good Lycon, but I'm trying to remember the old voice, so... Yep, everything seemed to be in order there. Nailed it!
The circuit is fixed. We should now be able to open that door.
Yay!
Wait up. Wait a second. Something just doesn't add up.
Are the brain cells finally working?
It's all coming together now. Communicating with the outside world from within a hollow. And getting that circuit diagram. In theory, there's only one person who could ever do that.
Lycon.
Could it be your Lord Phaethon? Impossible. There's no way. But then again, only Phaethon could have done that. I mean, you're an incredible proxy, sure. And you're a good person. But could you really be Lord Phaethon?
Yeah.
That's me. I'm Phaethon. Sorry, I just never had the chance to tell you.
Unbelievable. Lord Phaethon, I've been your biggest fan for years now.
I mean, you did tell me about the whole self-created merch.
Goodness me, Lord Phaethon was right in front of me all along, and I had no idea. This is like a dream.
Okay, technically, Phaethon is a two-person operation.
Could you, I mean, if you're willing, could you please give me an autograph and a group photo and...
Yeah. Yeah, out of the hollow first.
Anything you want. We just gotta get out of the hollow first.
Yeah, besides we need to get Wise in here, because he is also Phaethon.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guess I got a little too excited.
Anyone would be enraptured meeting someone they admire that much.
Not wrong.
Yeah, if I ever met my favorite movie director, I'd be the same.
And that's saying a lot.
We should keep moving. This isn't the best place for idle chit-chat.
Say no more.
Yay, the door's open.
The door's finally open.
And it looks like a fancy area that I haven't been to before. Yeah, this definitely feels like a new room. With a bunch of bamboo on toilets.
The proxy is Phaethon. Phaethon is the proxy. This is a dream. I never went to wake up.
Ow.
Stay safe.
Alright, give me... Oh. Yeah, you need to go away. Get over here, you.
The fissure over there should lead to our destination.
Okay, but what if I want to look in here? Ah, why? Why can't I look in here? Also, why is my eye itchy? And we're going to the fissure via the bottom of it, I guess. Look around. Ah, this is just a normie area.
Lycon, your fighting style wasn't so reserved in the past.
I've matured.
You call this mature? You're just being pretentious.
This is a little chaotic, but we're getting there. Alright, nailed everything. Oh, I couldn't smash the cardboard. Hands! Hello? Ah. I was getting a little bit stuck.
That one. Let us leave this place at once. Ensuring Master Proxy's safety is our highest priority.
Gotta remember the timing of the stun.
I won't let anything happen to you, Lord Phaethon. Wide open.
Time to hunt.
Ow! Why?
Fall back. Off balance.
And you just need to not. And unnecessary,
How are you feeling?
but fine.
Are you tired? Do you need a break? Some food? Water?
She is...
Thank you for your concern. I'm fine.
She's fangirling so hard right now. It's kind of adorable. Alright, just quick check for crates, because you never know when they're going to be there. Whoop. Okay, is it just me, or does that seem like the... why... Like, that one Da Vinci painting, like the really famous one that I'm... The Mona Lisa! Why does it look like the Mona Lisa, but with a dollar hand? Wait, why is that? Alright, nothing over here. So we can just... open the door. You're blocked off by... You're blocked off by a complicated mechanism.
Master, a complex mechanism has been detected ahead. To pass through, you need to activate all 3 smaller mechanisms.
Well, ain't that always the case?
Suggestion: split up and handle them simultaneously to save time.
So, we have to head to 3 different places to crack this thing.
Huh? We're splitting into 3 groups? In that case, I'll protect you, Master Proxy. I can take care of one myself.
I don't doubt that.
That leaves the last one to me, then.
You should go with Hugo.
He does not want to, though.
What's that supposed to mean? We get along just fine, don't we, Miss Cunninghair?
I don't know what's going on with you two, but you've been bickering the whole time. It's annoying.
Well, can't fault Anby for being blunt, because she's not wrong.
This is a good chance for you guys to build some rapport. Anby's got a point. Hugo, just go with Lycon.
You just want to be alone with your Lord Phaethon, don't you, Vivian?
Very much so.
Huh? That's not it!
Alright. Sounds like a plan. It's all decided then.
Yeah, sorry, Lycon, but deal with it.
If Master Proxy says so, then sure. But...
Excuse me?
Lycon, you better not slow me down.
I really want to recommend you two some movies for a crash course on teamwork.
So, if there are no objections, let's proceed with the assigned squads. You really are enjoying posing as the leader, aren't you? I believe everyone is well aware that within the Hollow, Master Proxy is the only leader. Do you enjoy arguing like this? Does it make you happy? Clearly it doesn't, Miss Anby. Lord Phaethon, are you tired? Would you like to rest for a moment? I'm fine. Let's keep moving. As the proxy said, let's make it quick, friends. Alright. We're going first. And yeah, Vivian's got that.
There are too many ethereals here.
Ah.
We have to find a way to close that door and stop the ethereals from flooding in.
I mean, Lord Phaethon, I'll leave the door to you. Don't worry, I will take care of these ethereals. I will not let these ethereals touch Lord Phaethon. Yep. It's one of these. It's been a long while since we've had one of these. But we got there in the end. Just had to fire up the old brain cell. Whew, cutting it close. Okay. Now that those have been dealt with.
Lord Phaethon, seems like we both need to press down on these mechanisms at the same time.
Alright then. So do you want to count it down or should I count it down? Is that a vent or a catwalk? I think it's a vent.
Sure enough, Lord Phaethon and I share a deeper connection. Sorry, I hope I'm not being too forward. Goodness me, somehow I'm fighting alongside Lord Phaethon. It's like all my dreams are coming true. I'm going to wake up any second now, aren't I?
No, this isn't a dream. I'm real, see? You can even hold my hand.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Unprotected hand-holding? Hey, that's a step too far, Belle. We are on Twitch.
Not only is Lord Phaethon incredible, but super kind. That's it. I pledge to be a die-hard Lord Phaethon fan until my very last breath.
I'm happy to hear that, don't get me wrong. But why do you like Phaethon so much, Vivian?
Yes, this is a very important question that we must know the answer to.
Lord Phaethon is my light.
That does not answer my question.
The one who saved me in my darkest, most desperate times. Like a deity who rescued me. You probably don't remember, but you really did save me that day.
Hmm?
Wow, it's so embarrassing to say all this in front of you.
Okay, but what are you referring to specifically?
Sorry, I hope I'm not bothering you too much.
Of course not. Thank you for your loyal support.
I should be the one thanking you. Just being able to see Lord Phaethon makes me the luckiest person in the whole world. Sorry to keep babbling like this. I wonder how the others are doing.
Anvi's probably doing fine. The other two...
I'm sure Anvi will be able to manage. She's great at this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But as for Hugo and Lycon, let's just hope they don't get into a fight with each other.
I mean, who knows? Maybe fighting again will help them sort it out.
There are too many ethereals here. Though, not a huge problem.
You shouldn't have done that in that particular way. Ow! You... Stop it.
Mind the blind spot.
Alright. Ow. Where are the... Stop it, you. You don't get it to do it anymore. Alright. A bit overkill, but got there in the end. And that is certainly an art piece. As is that console. The final step is to operate this console. Just like in the movies, bringing down the lever with a decisive pull. Great, no monsters. Let's go and meet up with the others now. Meanwhile, on Lycon and Hugo's side,
So, we have to cooperate to solve this problem.
I mean, if it's just a matter of pressing the button down at the same time, then it shouldn't be too much of an issue, right?
That's a real shame.
Mayhem, that's a scratching post. You're supposed to scratch it.
I have no intention of arguing with you right now. Master Proxy and Miss Vivian are elsewhere, and we must rendezvous with them post-haste.
What a coincidence. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just this once, we should trust each other. For the Proxy.
Yeah.
I have no objections.
Very well. Then you'd better keep your word. I know you've never fully trusted me, Lycon. Even before it all fell apart.
Okay, are we getting another flashback? Lycon is silent for quite a while, seeming to be caught in some memories from long ago.
You wanted to speak to me alone?
Alright, I'm assuming you're Jack. Yep, okay, actually seeing your face.
I know you and Hugo are as thick as thieves and don't hide anything from one another. But you can't tell him what I'm about to tell you.
Oh?
Did something happen with him?
Hugo is an intelligent and gifted child. He learns everything I teach with ease. In time, he'll grow beyond me. Reach a place where people will marvel and look up to him as a beacon.
Yeah. As much as I hate to admit it, he always picks things up just a teeny bit quicker than me. But none of that matters, because I can overpower him easy.
I don't think being gifted is a good thing for him.
Ah.
What do you mean?
I mean, being gifted and with the wrong personality can lead to some very not great things.
He bears a dark and painful past. What he was taught, the hatred he was faced with, everything he picked up. It's all become an integral, inseparable part of him.
Okay, why does Jack's voice sound familiar now? I feel like I've heard Jack's voice before.
I believe that beautiful flowers can blossom even in the darkest abyss. But the roots of that flower would draw from evil instead of good. Hatred instead of love. It's a curse that flows through his lineage. A curse that fate branded him with.
Ah.
I've seen far too many people like that throughout this long life of mine. They struggle with this curse their whole lives. But they all end up failing in the end. The path of light is narrow and fleeting. And the darkness is filled with such temptation that dropping your guard for even just a moment can send you spiraling straight into the abyss.
I've heard that a lot.
Do you mean Hugo's going to be a bad guy?
I don't know. I hope he'll always stay true to his heart. That he won't give in to hatred and ambition. That he won't become the dragon that must be slain. But he has inherited the seed of evil. You cannot let it take root.
I mean...
I'm afraid I won't be there to help you. There's not much life left in this old body of mine. So then, Lycon, promise me now. You must hold his chain tight. To restrain him. To stop him. And when necessary, to choke him.
Something, Lycon's a wolf and not being pulled on. I don't know. Back to the present. After about of not so happy cooperation, Lycon and Hugo finally managed to deal with the mechanism.
You've become slow.
Alright, now we have to admire the art. This is a very important process.
Or maybe you've been on guard against me this whole time, and that's what's slowing you down. Looks like I was right. Lycon, I hope you're aware that the one who betrayed Mockingbird and went to work for the Mayflowers was you, not me.
Yes, however, you were the one who betrayed him by, you know...
I would never betray my companion.
You flat out did.
I don't wish to repeat myself, but you should not break our oath.
That's the path I've chosen, and I'm going to stick to it.
But you know that path will lead you the wrong way.
Who are you to lecture me about right and wrong?
I believe any path that makes you feel pain must be the wrong one.
Your disgusting sympathies make me sick, Lycon.
Alright, well, that's a bit rude.
There's only ever been one person who can kill me or save me, and that is me.
Well then, what are you going to do about it? Meanwhile, back to...
Great, it worked!
Yippee! Alright. Let's meet up with the others, and I'm assuming go that way. Alright, how'd everyone do? After a while, teams have completed their respective tasks. Everyone gathers again. I can't believe that we're the last squad to arrive. Clearly, this is thanks to a certain somebody. You wouldn't have come in last place if you weren't so busy arguing. For perfectly coordinated partners such as Lord Phaethon and I, coming in first place is to be expected. Alright, Mayhem has decided that she is sitting next to me. Vivian is right. Shouldn't last place treat everyone... Vivian's right. Lord Phaethon agrees that we're perfect partners. Vivian, that smile on your face is a bit concerning. It's not. Vivian only smiles happily when talking about Lord Phaethon. And why did you refer to yourself in the third person there? Also, I can't help but admit that the fan art gears have been turning in my brain. Everyone, the location marked in Bringer's notebook is not far from here. Let's move out. You hear strange noises coming from ahead.
That was loud. What's happening up ahead?
I would like to know.
Hold on, everyone. I'll go check it out.
It's probably multiple ethereals attacking. Just in case, I'll go with you.
Vivian, you should go with them too.
And what are you planning?
Keep an eye on Lycon, will you? I'm worried he might sell us out to the mayor when he gets the chance.
I'd never do that. But if Miss Vivian wishes to join us, she's more than welcome.
Okay, then I'll go with you.
And?
Why do you look so nervous?
I've spent so much time by your side already. I need to get away from Lord Phaethon for a little bit, or I might die from this overwhelming happiness.
You'll be fine.
If that's the case, Miss Vivian, feel free to come along with me.
Okay. Alright.
Vivian stumbles off with Lycon as if in a daze.
So, how does it feel to be worshipped, Lord Phaethon?
Alright, so I guess now we need to have a little one-on-one.
You had that figured out a while ago, didn't you?
Leaning back because I've been leaning forward too much.
Sharp as always. But of course, I couldn't spoil it for her. She has to figure it out on her own. That's what makes it special.
I mean, not wrong, I guess?
only that, you asked Lycon and Vivian to leave for a reason. Is there something you'd like to say to me?
I can't keep anything from you, can I?
I mean, there wouldn't be any other reason other than you want to talk to me.
I've always treated Vivian like my own little sister. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but she looks a lot like Serena.
Why is the art just a close-up of him?
I think I mentioned it before. Serena was my half-sister. She passed away a long time ago.
Yeah, if I remember from your flashback, your family was accusing them of poisoning.
Vivian adores you. Whether you're faith in or just Belle. Of course, I also have a lot of respect for someone like you. Strong, fair, and genuinely kind. So I hope... I beg you, please keep her safe.
Okay, you're making it seem like you're gonna make the self-sacrifice play.
Hang on. What's that supposed to mean?
Think of it as the last bit of conscience I have left. A kid as pure as her. She should stay alongside someone who walks in the light. Like you. Not even Vivian can agree with all my beliefs. One day we'll go our separate ways.
Your beliefs? What do you mean exactly?
I'm assuming some not good things.
You probably heard from Lycon. We swore an oath when we started Mockingbird. We swore to use our own hands to right the wrongs in this world. But never, under any circumstances, would we take another human life. I stayed true to my words. Until... my father, man I hated, stood right before me. I could have ended his life easily. But I hesitated. I remembered that damned oath and their repeated attempts to convince me.
I'm assuming there you're also talking about Jack.
I didn't do it. Because of that. Innocent people died. All because of him. If I'd killed him first, then none of those tragedies would have happened. People like him don't deserve to live. After that, I realized sometimes taking one life really can save countless others.
Trolley problem. We talked about this last stream. Yeah. I enjoy if you do it from here. Here, you just still get this. But I can't bring it back. Help! I understand where you're coming from. I can't agree with it. Okay, what would Miyabi think of the situation?
I understand where you're coming from.
Okay, there we go.
I knew you'd understand.
I mean, yeah.
Vivian has a good heart. I don't want her to get her hands dirty.
Okay, so hang on. Is your father dead or not?
But you know how it is. In this world, someone has to be the bad guy. So, I want to apologize to you.
And apologize and that's all that in orange, so...
Why apologize all of a sudden?
You're incredibly strong, kind, capable, and really, really lucky.
My polls say otherwise.
The world needs more people like you. Remember that revenge movie I told you about? Children of Devils. I still haven't found it, but I came across another videotape with the same name. Turns out, in that story, The children of devils are actually the children of gods. Sorry for rambling. Hope you don't mind.
It's okay.
They should be back soon. Please, look after Vivian for me.
Oh, and now it's time to actually go to the other end of this. Oh, and just straight into a fissure. Because why not? Boss fight. Okay, not yet.
What is this? It looks like a cocoon.
Careful, everyone. If I'm not mistaken, that's a sacrifice in there.
Oh, great.
It appears to be in hibernation. We don't know when it'll wake up.
If it does wake up, we'll be in serious trouble.
That is true.
Wait, those spots Bringer marked in his notebook. Are you saying each one might have a sacrifice like this?
That would be something. Like, yeah, this feels like this just escalated into something that PubSec and HSO need to know about.
That means there must be at least a dozen of them. And that's only counting the ones we know so far. These sacrifices may still be hibernating, but the fact that there are so many of them out there is terrifying. The Exaltists must have a way to revive them. And that's not all. These sacrifices can exist outside the Hollows. If they make their way into populated areas...
Yeah, that would not be great.
I'm afraid it will lead to a catastrophic disaster likened to the fall of the old capital. That's almost certainly what they meant by vengeance against all New Eridu.
Let's find a way to get rid of these sacrifices. We can't let the Exaltists have them.
Thank you for helping me find this sacrifice. But sorry, kids. You won't be the ones to keep it.
Hi, Hartman. Why are you here?
It's that annoying old man. Why is he here?
I'd advise you to choose your words wisely, young lady.
Bold words for somebody very much in stabbing range now.
You're from the Ravenlock family. So it was you.
That face. Oh, I know you. I heard about what happened to your friend. Truly unfortunate.
Oh? Is this like a spoiler for the Silver Soldier Andy story?
If only she'd been smarter.
It seems your goal was this sacrifice all along. You've been tailing us, haven't you? Keeping your distance so that I wouldn't notice.
As expected of a Wolf Thyran, you are very perceptive. That's right. All thanks to your ex-partner, we were able to carry out our plan smoothly.
Uh-huh. So when's he gonna double-cross you?
My ex-partner?
I'm not exactly happy being called that, but what he said is true.
Hugo takes one step forward, then walks over to Hartman's side.
Wait, Hugo, what do you mean?
I made a deal with Mr. Hartman in advance. So, would you kindly step aside and let us have this sacrifice?
Well, you said would you kindly, so absolutely not.
Of course. You can choose to refuse, but if you do, then I'll have to take coercive measures.
What did you offer him?
That is very much not what the subtitles say, but whatever.
Everything we know about the sacrifices plus the core itself.
But why?
It's simple. I want to climb higher. Mr. Hartman offered me a chance to join Tops. Who could say no to that?
Yeah, it's fight time. Up.
No. Impossible.
Alright, even more art.
You promised to help me investigate the Exaltists. You told me the whole point of Mockingbird was to do anything it takes to bring a little justice to this world. Was all of that just a lie?
You're just too gullible, Vivian.
Alright.
I also told you, everybody lies. To hide their true intentions, people lie so smoothly, they don't even bat an eye.
You... What a wonderful show of betrayal and backstabbing! Bravo!
Uh-huh.
I've got no interest in your little feud. But would you all be so kind as to step aside?
Nope. I feel like flattening your head into okay, not the pavement because we're in a building, but you get the idea. You can see the picture I'm painting with your gray matter.
My men still have some delicate handiwork to do to extract that sacrifice behind you.
In game.
Over my dead body.
And okay.
Hugo, why in the world would you do that?
Instead of wasting your time on idle chatter, why not focus your energy on the battle ahead?
Alright. Yeah, Vivian's got the other two. Alright. Time to time that.
It's useless. Don't you get it? You're not just going against the people in front of you. You're not going against me. Heather, the entire Ravenlock family, even the whole of Top.
Do you think I care?
There's no chance of victory for you.
Oh, there's plenty of chances of victory. Because this is just the epilogue of Season 1. Alright, now we're locking in. And finish them. How? Huh. They've already escaped through the fissure with the sacrifice. We have to catch up. We can't let them have the sacrifice. Yeah, obviously. Also, how'd they take it so quickly? Alright, no crates in here, so we just gotta move. No time. Alright, up to the roof. Which is a place I have been because I did a commission that started up here. Hartman's mercenaries are quickly dealt with.
You guys are such a pain. Hugo, stop standing around. Time for you to act. We had a deal. Give me the sacrifice core now.
Did we? I don't remember.
Nani?
I imagine this is your favorite kind of entertainment. Watching allies betray each other, suspicion festering until it all turns to bitter hatred.
Is this the fun part where we do a second betrayal?
Seeing people tear each other apart like wild beasts, just like your decaying family. Does it comfort that dead conscience of yours?
You. What's that supposed to mean?
I am loving the look on your face right now.
Oh, Freya's back in here, so you'll probably hear some hissing in the background.
Right when you think you've succeeded, I'm here to tell you it was all fake. None of it was real.
That's right. This is all just a simulation.
Let this pain sink in. It's karma for what you did to me back then.
You're insane. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You still don't recognize me?
Yep, there it is.
Do you? Let me give you a little hint. My full name is Hugo Vlad Ravenlock.
That's impossible. You're part of our family?
I may be an illegitimate child, but I have the same blood flowing in my veins as you.
He is really savoring these lines.
I know you. You're that bastard of his. Damn it. I could have sworn you were already.
Ah.
Dear uncle, you were never worthy of your position. You have no claim to the Ravenlock lineage. You may have killed all of my father's other children, but sorry to disappoint. I'm still alive.
Okay, so you didn't kill your dad.
I am the true heir to the Ravenlock family.
And you know he's serious when he's doing the, like, the fingers on the chest thing. Not the whole hand, just the fingers.
You're a bastard. You have no right to inherit the family.
That's not for you to decide. Master Edmund is very supportive of my claim.
Edmund? That's impossible. You weaseled your way into Top's inner circle?
Master Edmund doesn't care who achieves his goal. In other words, he'd happily let me take over the Ravenlock family, as long as I'm more competent than you.
This can't be! You don't know the family's real secret!
Oh, the fact that you're all Exaltists?
I know a lot more than you think, including everything that you've done. Just give up. You never even stood a chance.
Damn it.
This was all fake, right? You were just putting on an act to fool this old man, right? I actually fell for it. Don't do that again. At least give us a heads up next time.
Vivian, everything I did was to rightfully inherit the Ravenlock family. That part is true.
And?
Now, I'm going to kill this man who stole what was never his. I'll make sure he can never be a threat again.
Yeah, but we'll, like, unallow you to do that.
You can't kill him. We still need information from him on the sacrifices and the Exaltists.
You must be misunderstanding something, Lycon. Just like you chose the mayor, I chose Tops. At least for now, Tops has the same interests as me. I'm not going to harm my own self-interests. Be it intel on the sacrifices or the core itself. I'm handing everything over to Master Edmund.
Why?
I just want to take back what's mine. If fate is not willing to give me justice, then I'll just have to seize it with my own hands. Stealing, robbing, lying, or betraying. I'll do whatever it takes.
And is this the part where we fight?
Even if it means selling your soul to the devil? You know about the power struggle between Tops and City Hall. Those elites at Tops would be only too happy to see the Exaltists plotting a grand attack on New Eridu using sacrifices.
Freya, stop it. That's not your food. Wait. And she dipped her foot in the water.
That would severely harm the Mayflower's reputation and approval rating in New Eridu. And that's exactly what Tops wants to see.
If that happens, countless people will die.
I'm sorry it has to be this way.
Standing here.
But I have to do this. I'm I'm going to get everything Master Edmund wants. Inherit the Ravenlock name, climb to the top. And then I'll be able to change everything for good. For a permanent and absolute victory, we must endure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh and persevere through the darkest hour before dawn. Someone has to do it.
Hugo, it's not too late for you to stop. You can still walk away from this.
This is the path I've chosen. Without power, resources, or strength, we can't do anything. Mockingbird is the perfect example. All the talk about using our power to tip the scales of justice and hover over them like the sword of Damocles. It's just a delusion. In their eyes, we're nothing but annoying gnats. Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone. Never in the past, not now, and never will in the future. None of it matters.
Excuse me.
But even so, you shouldn't become the kind of person you hate.
Sorry, Proxy. I know what you're trying to say. But this isn't some children's story of a dragon slayer becoming an evil dragon.
Oh, then what is it?
Sometimes, to slay the dragon, you must first become one. With sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything.
My guy, today I just finished a whole season about killing some powerful dragons.
So I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the abyss.
And then if I was editing this would be a part where I would just do the thing, but just shift it into a completely black screen. And fight time. Well, unfortunately for you, Hugo. I do have backup this time. Right, this is. Up.
Stay calm now.
And yeah, we have DPS now. Okay.
Everything you just said, is that what you truly believe?
Of course. Are you surprised?
I have never once thought that Mockingbird was a failure. Out of my way. Our actions, no matter how childish or flawed, must have made their mark on the world.
I don't want it to end like this. There must be another way.
There isn't. This is the final lesson I'll impart to you.
And
those who cannot give up anything, truth be told, Proxy.
It doesn't end up with nothing.
The world needs people like you.
Like, our destiny end up with nothing. That was what Hugo was gonna say before we kind of went too hard. Yeah, I don't think so.
I'll bite your throat out.
And got it. And now we're in the comic cutscene.
All right, you got me. But too bad. I have my own methods.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Well then, make your choice. The sacrifice core, or your precious faith in.
All right, well that's underhanded, and you know it.
I know you took it. Don't forget, I'm the one who taught you that.
Okay, the core is yours. Just leave Lord Phaethon alone.
What a shame. Did you really think I'd keep my promise? That's right. This is the real me. What's the matter? Thinking of killing me? Didn't you say all life is precious? Drop your foolish facade.
I knew it. You...
You know it's serious when the eye flash happens.
He has inherited the seed of evil. Do not let it take root. When the time comes, you must be the one.
Flip. Or flip, sorry. How did he get over here so quickly?
Go on, kill me. If you've got the guts, do it, traitor.
Oop. Well, that's blood. And tossed off the building. Hold my heart.
Master Proxy, are you okay? Are you hurt?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I just never thought things would turn out like this.
Lord Phaethon, I'm sorry. I had no idea Hugo would do that to you. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. No matter what, this isn't your fault, Vivian.
If only I'd noticed sooner. I should have realized earlier.
Vivian quietly walks to the edge of the rooftop. She hesitates for a long time and finally looks down. Naturally, there's nothing's there.
Hugo, he...
That's a hollow down there. If you need, I can arrange for someone to go in and search for his body.
That isn't necessary.
To be frank, I thought you'd hate him for his betrayal, Miss Vivian.
I do hate that he's keeping things from me, but all these years, Hugo's been like family to me. I believe he's still with us.
He has a hole in his chest. How is he still alive? Oh, okay, well, technically your whole prophecy thing didn't trigger, so maybe.
Me too. There's a chance he's still alive.
I'm terribly sorry, but I must tell you, it is impossible for Hugo to be alive. My hand went through his heart.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone. But just so you know, Hartman's gone. Probably slipped away during all the chaos.
Of course he did.
I'm sorry. I was so focused on Master Proxy's safety, I wasn't paying attention to him.
Same, but it doesn't matter. We all know what he did.
And he will pay for what he did today.
Yes. I'll be reporting all of this to the mayor. He's not getting away with this. Well then, now that it's all over, let's head back.
That is a good idea. Meanwhile, not far away, stands a mysterious figure. Woman in suit.
Another obstacle out of the way. She's going to be pleased about this. May the Creator guide us.
Alright. Alright, Vivian.
Fear, suffering, despair, and destruction. That's the future I see. Lord Vathan.
That small guitar riff, then we're heading back here. Alright, so I'm assuming Vivian just glanced what we saw back at the end of the prologue when we, first met Fairy. After exiting the hollow, Lycon takes his leave while Vivian returns to the video store with us, but for some reason she remains silent the entire way. Are you okay, Vivian? You've been a little out of it. Lord Vathan, I'm fine, just a little distracted. After what happened, you deserve some rest. Yeah, I need more time to think about Hugo and the Exaltists. From what I know about Hugo, he could have easily taken down someone like Hartman. There was no need for him to put on such a show. And to deliberately use you as a hostage, but I don't think he ever intended to harm you. What Hugo said in the end, I don't know. Something feels off. That business with the sacrifice core. Maybe there's some deeper or more terrible secret behind all this. I have a small request. It might sound a bit strange, but Lord Vathan, can I stay at the video store for a few days? I don't want to be alone right now. Sure, of course. Yeah, we're not comfortable with leaving you alone like this. Thank you. I'll sleep on the couch. I won't disturb Lord Vathan at all. If I wake up and find everything was just a dream, how wonderful would that be? Alright, bury your tears about the past. A complete. Alright, so yeah, because it's part A, that implies the existence of a part B. Recent commissions logs have been added to the archive. And there's no achievement for completing it because reasons. Anyway, yeah, I did say that we were going to start the Anby story tonight, but it is getting kind of late, and I do kind of want to try and get to bed a little bit earlier tonight. So YouTube, that will be all for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the VOD, and hopefully you can catch me live over on Twitch. So yeah, hope you have a good one. Later.